Before I say anything else, I want to show you something. This is a client that I'm currently working with, and last month we brought in $66,350 purely off of a low ticket product with one offer and on the rev share, which made me $16,587. And I want to be really clear about something. This is not a client who came to me with a massive audience and an existing funnel and all the pieces already in place. We built this completely from scratch. And the reason the numbers have been doing what they've been doing, January 13K, February 13K, March 23K, April 20K, and May ending at 66,000 is not because we got lucky with a viral video. It's because I did exactly what I'm about to show you in this video. And I know what you're probably thinking. This is yet another guru who's trying to sell me on something. And I know you're probably debating if you should click off this video and why should I listen to some guru who's just going to teach me some surface level information. I'm going to walk you through everything we did exactly step by step for our client, the content strategy, the funnel, the emails, the automations, all of it. And I'm going to show you how AI sits in every single layer of this and why without it, none of this runs at the level it runs at. I guarantee you, if you watch this whole video, you're going to learn something extremely valuable. So let me give you the full picture of what we were working with because context matters here. Our client is an experienced lawyer. I built the offer from scratch and I can confidently say it's a 100 out of 10 offer. It solves a real painful, urgent problem. People drowning in student loan debt, people facing financial issues, people who do not know what their options are or how to deal with what they are dealing with. This lawyer can sit down with someone for a one-on-one consultation and map out a real plan moving forward, giving them clarity about something that's been keeping them up at night. And I'll show you the Zapier automations and how I script out content all live for you to see. And it's the reason why our offer ended up doing the numbers it did last month. It's fantastic. And the audience is enormous because student loan debt is one of the most common forms of stress financially as well in the country right now. These people are actively searching for help. They are in pain and they know that they are in pain. So I knew there was a lot of potential, but nothing was built. And so this is the exact profile of client I look for as a growth operator. Potential audience plus a real offer plus missing or non-existent systems equals the opportunity to go in and build something that makes a lot of bread. That is where you and I come in. So cracking the content. The first thing we had to solve was content. The breakthrough here came from somewhere where most people would not think to look. When we started, the content wasn't bad, but it was not built around anything specific. It was not converting the way it should have been because it was not speaking to the exact fears, the exact anxieties, the exact specific thoughts that the people watching it were actually carrying around with them every day. So what we did was go back through the consultations. And when you do that and when you pay attention, you see patterns. The same fears coming up over and over again. The same questions, the same moments where someone says out loud the thing that they have been terrified about for months. The same mental loops people are running when they show up to a call. We took those exact patterns and we built them directly into our content scripts. Specific and almost uncomfortably accurate content that makes someone watching feel like this is exactly inside their head, which is exactly what organic content is supposed to do. It's not supposed to entertain, it's not supposed to perform, but it's to make the right person feel seen. Our TikTok motion started moving up. After that, the views went up. Bookings started coming in more consistently. And then Instagram cracked open. And this is where things got really interesting because Instagram brought a different audience, different reach, and a different level of virality. In my opinion, the content that we were scripting out, it was always meant for Instagram. But starting off, we were posting on TikTok, and it's much easier to go viral on TikTok than it is for Instagram. But ultimately, the combination of both platforms running together with content built on those consultation insights is what took us from 13K a month to 23K a month to where we are now. So this is where one of the tools that I like to use called Blur actually comes in. So this is something that I was working on today. I'm basically testing why our videos on TikTok are getting the views that they are, and if there's anything in our content that we can do to be able to get us more views. So essentially what this does is you'll have like a video link, a YouTube link, whatever it is. You paste it here into this whiteboard, right? Like, let's just take this video here, for example. It automatically transcribes it into text. And it also gives information on visually what's happening inside the video. So now we have the text and visually what's happening inside the video. I'll move this over here. I can open up an AI chat, connect the video to the chat box. And then now this chat has all the context from the video loaded inside it already. Inside here, you can choose what version of Claude you want, ChatGPT. Pretty sure there's some other stuff here as well. You even got Manus inside here. And so now you would talk to Claude just like you would with context already inside of it. So a good example of using Blur would be, let's say we've had 5 videos that are doing extremely well. They've all gotten over 500,000 views. And then we've gotten 20, 30 vids that have gotten maybe 20,000, 30,000 views. We put each one into a group, kind of like how I have here, and connect each group to the chat. And then we analyze, and then we ask the question, how come these 5 videos ended up doing 5 times the results these 20 videos have been doing? And it goes through all the content, all the scripts, XYZ, and it gives you an actual report on what it is that's actually happening. And so you can imagine if you throw in, let's say, some SOPs in here, you throw in an offer document, you throw in examples of competitors' content or whatever, and you all tie it to the chat, you're able to give the chat so much context that practically when it gives you the script that you ask it to generate, it'll be almost perfect. It'll sound just the way it does in the content, and it'll just give you a really, really good result. I still need to do a copywriting masterclass. I haven't been able to get to that yet, but this is just the tip of the iceberg on what I've been using to actually write some good copy for this client. So once the content was working, we needed somewhere for that attention to go. The funnel we built for this client is not complicated. The goal was just to make sure that every person who showed up from the content had a clear and easy path to becoming a paying client. So someone watches a piece of content, they feel seen and they want more. They hit a lead magnet opt-in. We collect the email. They get a lower ticket guide, something genuinely useful that solves part of the problem they came in with. And so inside of that product is an upsell to book the consultation. So by the time someone is booking a call with this lawyer, they have already bought something, they've already received value, and they are already warned. They're not going to be showing up to the consultation cold and skeptical. They have already moved through a trust building process before the call even starts. We've literally gotten 2 disputes and only one of them where they were just genuinely not happy with the consultation. And so that structure matters enormously for the quality of the consultation and the likelihood that someone leaves that call with a real plan and actually follows through on it. Our landing page is super simple. There's one clear headline, one clear call to action. We have a short 1-minute VSL that tells them what they actually get in the consultation. But the thing here is we want to leave the content to mainly do the job, which is why our landing page just needs to be fancy. It just needs to not get in the way. So getting into the email side of things, a lot of people in this space treat email as an afterthought. They collect the lead, they send the welcome email once, and then they never touch that person again, pause, until they decide to do a promotion, which is leaving a significant amount of money sitting on the table every single month. Email is just as important as content. It's where the relationship deepens. We have a weekly newsletter that's going out consistently. Sometimes I sprinkle in a few more emails through the week. It's value driven. It continues the same conversation that the content started. Someone who found this client on TikTok or Instagram and opted into the lead magnet is now getting something in their inbox every week that keeps them inside the frame of the offer. And it's exactly what turns a one-time buyer of a free or $27 guide into someone who eventually books into our higher paying offer. But the automated sequences are where the real leverage is. When someone opts into the lead magnet, a welcome sequence fires immediately. It's not a generic email. It's a sequence designed to continue the trust building process, deliver more value, and move them naturally toward the next step. And so when someone books a consultation, automated email goes out with reminders and preparation. An automated questionnaire gets sent to every single person who books. So by the time the consultation happens, the lawyer already knows exactly who this person is, what their situation is, what they're afraid of, and what outcome they are hoping for exactly, which makes the consultation itself dramatically more valuable for the client and dramatically more efficient for the lawyer. And so nothing in this process requires anyone to manually send an email. Nobody has to touch anything. Everything is completely automated, which makes it scalable. You can see in here, this is an example of an email that we wrote. It's a super short email, but people actually enjoy reading it. So I'm talking about the automations that tie it all together. This is single-handedly one of the most important things that saves us so much time. It's what makes one operator capable of running the full back end of a business like this without a team at all. We have very, very simple Zapier flows right now. Like you'll kind of see like this offer isn't super complicated. We don't have crazy systems. Everything is just genuinely simple. So when someone buys a lead magnet on Gumroad, Zap fires and they get added to Kit as a subscriber immediately. You don't do anything manually. They're in the system the moment they raise their hand and the welcome sequence starts. Now, when someone books a consultation, Zap fires and the automated questionnaire goes out. Again, no one has to remember to do any of this. No one has to check a calendar and manually send a link. It happens all automatically every single time. Very important that we have this done so nothing falls through the cracks. Now, as we continue to scale this offer, maybe we'll have some sort of higher ticket option, price increase or whatever. I mean, generally, we're just at the stage now where it's like fun to introduce new offers. We can literally do whatever we want. We'll probably incorporate some sort of many child animations. We'll have keyword call to actions at the end of the videos, maybe bring on a setter to work alongside with us. We have something planned, but again, nothing crazy. We connect our Kit account to Zapier and automatically they get added as a subscriber. Here's another example of this. Somebody books an appointment, then they'll get an email asking for everything he needs for the consultation. So I want to walk through exactly why the revenue did what it did, because the pattern here is not random and understanding it is the whole point of this video. First month or two was slow. I mean, you can't expect to hit 50K in the first month. We were figuring out the content angle, testing what was working, building everything up, and the numbers were modest because our system was not dialed in yet. The mistake people make is expecting a system to produce before it's built. And so our content started to get motion. We were pulling the patterns from the consultations. We rewrote the scripts around them, and TikTok, essentially we just saw what was working and decided to double and triple down on it. When we saw money going up and funnel was there to catch them now. March we hit 23K, but then with the new platform, new audience, same content approach, but different distribution channel. And then May 66K, we ended up raising the price, which made even more sales, which is funny, but it's not counterintuitive when you understand what it signals. Content is positioning someone correctly and the funnel is building real trust before the purchase. Price becomes a signal of value, not a barrier to it. So it's completely safe to to say, we are going to print. But a lot of people make the mistake on what AI actually does inside a setup like this. Without AI, what I just walked you through is 10 separate jobs. You need someone writing the content script, someone writing the emails, someone writing the funnel copy, the guide, the questionnaire, the newsletter, the upsell copy inside the guide, someone reviewing what the content is doing and translating that into info, into new angles and new scripts. It's a whole complete team. It's payroll. That's a completely different business model than what we are running. With AI specifically and a bunch of other tools I didn't show in this video, all of the stuff that I use to be able to create offers in seconds, to be able to create unique selling points in seconds, content SOPs, AI lead magnet creators. We've got a tool like Blort, for example, that is analyzing what is actually performing and why. And with AI systems trained on the client's voice and the specific pain points of their audience, I can produce all of that output at a quality level that is consistent and at a speed that one person working manually could never match. Our content hits so good because I'm not guessing at what to write. It's extremely important to understand though that AI is not the strategy. AI is what executes the strategy. If you do not understand what a good content script looks like, you cannot tell Blort what to look for. If you do not understand email, you cannot tell the AI what kind of sequence to build. If you do not understand what good copy is, you cannot evaluate the output and know whether it is going to convert or not. So essentially the real skill as an operator is knowing what good looks like and then using AI to produce it at scale and at a speed that makes you 100 times more effective than someone who does not. That is what operators need to learn to become good. That's what makes the business model produce results like the ones I just showed you. So that's the full stack. And I want to say one more thing before I close this out. The operator model is not complicated. It's not 10 years of experience and a team of 30 people. It's simply just understanding how the pieces fit together, knowing what good looks like in each of them, and having the right tools to take action at the level that produces real results for you and your clients. My community is where I break all of this down from zero, how to find clients like this, how to structure the deal, how to build and operate the full back end, and how to use AI to do it at a level that actually moves the needle. Everything I showed you today, plus more than you can ever imagine, you can learn to build. You get access to me and you get access to everything that I use personally across all my clients, everything that is literally just copy and paste. Links in the description if you're interested. Let me know if you like this video and I'll see you guys in the next one.